वारणा विश्व, आर्थिक विकासातून सामाजिक परिवर्तन, सर्वसमावेशक सर्वांगीण विकासाचा वारणा पॅटर्न. अपडेटसाठी सबस्क्राईब करा, बेल आयकॉन दाबा.
It is the very essential event which is going to bridge a gap between three important sectors, that is government, industry and institute.
The theme of this convention is to empowering technical education.
Till the professional education. While learning, they just learn for the scoring the marks, but they should learn from the point of application of the knowledge.
We can arrange some practical programs, special or in vacations, that will help the students to get more experience.
मुलांना एक्सपिरियन्स म्हणून इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये पाठवलं पाहिजे.
We need the good techno-commercial people, not only technical people. We have innovation and productivity improvement and everything.
We require a person for our requirements. So this finishing school is a like vocational training school
Like you said, 75% of the people are garbage. And what have we done for them? We are not able to polish them, we are not able to shape them.
Every semester we have introduced the subject such a right that 2 to 3 are industrial visits are there.
हा रोल मॉडेल पॉलिटेक्निक कॉलेजमध्ये सुरू झाला. 11 महिन्याचा सर्टिफाईड कोर्स आहे. तो सिलेबस जो आहे तो आम्ही इंडस्ट्रीमधले लोक ठरवतो. मुलांचं ऍडमिशन सुद्धा आम्ही करायला लागलो आणि यासाठी मुलांना 100% प्लेसमेंट आहे.
Saronke sir said ki finishing school should be there. Madam said ki potential is there, it should be utilized. Pawar sir said ki need-based programs should be designed, syllabus should be designed. So shall we recommend industrialists from the concerned field should be there so that this problem can be solved.
Actually practically work and orders पाहिजे.
Yes, knowledge-based person from the industry should be there.
Industrial interaction with students, it is to be increased. Actually कॉलेजने पुढे येऊन इंडस्ट्रीला थोडं अप्रोच व्हायला पाहिजे.
80% मार्क्स पडलेला 12वीतलं जर काही येत नसेल अशा प्रायव्हेट संस्थांवरती काय कंट्रोल आहे म्हणजे आपलं.
युनिव्हर्सिटीनं 50%चा स्टाफ प्रत्येक 6 महिन्याला रिव्ह्यू घेतलेला आहे.
Practically we should be trained that those teachers should go in the industry and hold a particular position.
So you cannot tell teachers you should go. It should be enforced on them.
Training of the teachers should be not in some institute, it should be held in industry itself.
मुलांना जे शिकवलेलं असतं ते प्रत्यक्षात त्यांना शॉप फ्लोअर मध्ये उपयोगाचं नसतं आणि बरंचसं खूप जुनं असतं. इंडस्ट्रियल व्हिजिटला नेलं जातं पण एका दिवसात त्यांना 3 आणि 4 इंडस्ट्रीज दाखवल्या जातात.
The only way out is I have been to the Western world plenty of times. They have their own schools of engineering. Any teacher in a normal university also, it's only purely from industry only. Technically and practically, I am not in a position even to afford a teacher here. Hypothetically, if you want to send to you.
500 rupees wrote in there. What can be purchased from 500 is no. Anything can be purchased. Syllabus should be designed in a such a way. Prerequisite for entering the industry should be satisfied. Once the particular candidate enters in the industry, his capacity should be such a that by reading, by understanding, by learning, by experiment, he should understand what is there in the particular industry. But minimum syllabus requirement should be satisfied so that in any industry that particular candidate can study, develop, get knowledge and enhance the industry's production. This will be the, I think, better solution for all these things. Application, what we are learning, that application we should understand, even for the training purpose also. Industry is not allowing for training. Why they are not allowing? They are disturbing in the industry. If they prove that they are helping to the industry, definitely they will allow. Minimum requirement syllabus should be designed, which will be suffice for almost all type of industry. Once he enter in that particular industry, after studying, after reading, after getting knowledge, he will be fit for that particular industry. Mechanical engineer means he will be doing everywhere well. It is not possible. In which field he has entered, in that field he will be expert. So accordingly it should be studied. And I request Sriram Pawar sir to highlight on these issues.
इंडस्ट्रीज आहे अकॅडमिकच्या पास आहे या सगळ्या फील्डमधल्या लोकांची कधी ना कधीतरी माझा म्हणजे एक कॉमन मिनिमम सिलेबस सगळ्यांना आवश्यक आहे. ते काय नाकायचं कारण नाही. मी ग्रॅज्युएट इन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बेसिकली आणि त्यानंतर मी जर्नलिझम केलं. मी जेव्हा जर्नलिझम केलं तेव्हा की जर्नलिझमचे पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएट जर्नलिझमचे PhD शिकवायला नव्हते. 5 पोझिशन आहेत ते एकच शिक्षक आहे. अशीच महाराष्ट्रातल्या सगळ्या युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये पोझिशन होती. तेव्हा त्यांनी मार्ग काय काढला, जे उत्तम संपादक आहेत, जे उत्तम पत्रकार आहेत त्यांना बोलवायचं, जे त्यांचं प्रॅक्टिकल नॉलेज येतं आणि त्यातून जे शिकतात ते आपण त्याच्या फील्डमध्ये चमकायला सुरुवात होते. मी कोल्हापूर प्रेस क्लबचा अध्यक्ष झालो. मी एक प्रपोजल शिवाजी युनिव्हर्सिटीकडे मांडलो की माझ्याकडे एक अनुभव असलेले पत्रकार, उपसंपादक, संपादक किंवा बातमीदार आहे. मी सगळ्यांना रिक्वेस्ट करू शकतो की तुमच्यासोबत एक मुलगा कायम काम करेल. विद्यार्थ्यांना असं सांगितलं की आमच्या सिलेबसमध्ये बसत नाही. हा प्रॉब्लेम सगळीकडे आहे. पण मला चिंतेचा भाग होतो तो 25% एडिटोरियल एम्प्लॉयमेंट आहे आणि 75% कमी पतीचे मला सिस्टम त्यांना अडॉप्ट करू शकतो. जे या क्षेत्रातले काही एक्सपर्ट आहेत त्यांच्याशी खूप वेळ होतो आणि त्या सगळ्यांचं म्हणणं पण हेच आहे की आपण एक तर प्रायोरिटी प्लेअर आहे आणि त्या प्रायोरिटी प्लेअर नसल्यामुळे आपण त्याला उत्तर देणारे सोल्युशन काढू शकतो. ते जोपर्यंत आपण सगळा समाज म्हणून एकत्र येत नाही आणि काहीतरी ठरवू शकतो हे मला करायचं आहे पुढच्या 10 वर्षामध्ये 20 वर्षामध्ये. हा प्रश्न केवळ एज्युकेशनचा नाही आहे, केवळ इंडस्ट्रीचा नाही, एकूण समाजाचा म्हणून प्रश्न म्हणून याच्याकडे बघायला पाहिजे असं मला वाटतं. सिलेबस बदलण्याचा जो मुद्दा आहे ते अकॅडमिक काउन्सिल मी किमान 10 वर्ष विद्यापीठाचं बीट म्हणून कव्हर केलं आणि अकॅडमिक काउन्सिलमधल्या चर्चा काय होतं, सिनेटमधल्या चर्चा काय होतं, मॅनेजमेंट काउन्सिलमधल्या चर्चा काय होतं याचा मी साक्षीदार आहे. या चर्चा या प्रामुख्यानं 2 गट एकमेकाला अडवण्याच्या ही जे आपला सामाजिक दुर्दैवपणा आहे तो जोपर्यंत आपण सोडत नाही, आपण मोकळेपणा म्हणत नाही की आम्ही क्वालिटीला मान्यता, अशा प्रकारचे वातावरण सगळीकडे जर झालं नाही तर मला वाटते प्रॉब्लेम आहे. दुसरी गोष्ट की सगळ्या इन्स्टिट्यूट या स्वायत्त व्हायला पाहिजेत, ऑटोनॉमस व्हायला पाहिजेत. त्याची काही चांगली उदाहरणं म्हणायची यांनी ऑटोनॉमी झाल्यानंतर खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणावर प्रगती केली आणि हे चांगलं पण आहे. 100% ऑटोनॉमीचा खरंच उपयोग होणार आहे का? माझ्या मते ऑटोनॉमी ही जो भाग अकॅडमिक आहे, सिलेबस ठेवण्याचा आहे किंवा शिकवण्याशी संबंधित भाग आहे तिथं 100% आहे ऑटोनॉमी असली पाहिजे, वेगळे गव्हर्नमेंट कॉलेज असो किंवा प्रायव्हेट कॉलेज असो.
This concept of garbage is redundant now, it is out of date because my current industry itself is running on garbage, that is bagasse. That garbage we have utilized successfully and beautifully to decorate our industry and to do the useful job. So this nobody is garbage. Only thing is that you have to put some modifications, you have to do some sanskar on that garbage and that garbage turns into useful commodity.
Your attention to my garbage remark because it has attracted a lot of attention. I think it has been misconstrued. If you remember what I said was, because of the increase in the number of engineering colleges, the cutoff for the admissions now, which used to be at 82% has come down to 45%. It would be very easy to say that since the input quality is low, what comes out is also going to be low, which means garbage, which immediately I also said, which means engineering colleges and institutions will have to work much harder now. So I am not saying that students today are only garbage.
How about the faculty now? From this garbage it is coming. That's the crux of the problem. That you may use the word garbage, sorry, I should not say the word faculty is there. Is that faculty is teaching? If I am a student of that faculty, whatever he has taught, I as a sincere student will think that sir has taught me everything. My daira vision is limited. My teacher's vision is limited now.
When the power stations were started in Maharashtra, especially in 1950, started from Khaparkala near Nagpur. Illiterate person, a lot of difficulty has learned to sign, but the same fellow, when he had an experience and he has worked under some competent personnel, he has turned into a good technician who was treated by this system as a garbage once upon a time because he has no formal qualification, he has no formal education even. He has never stepped the step of school, but he was the best technician of the power plant.
It is the attitude which is very important. The skills can be taught at any point of your life. The attitude is developed from your family background, with your social background, kind of friends you have, kind of parents you had. So this attitude is developed in this way. So for a starter, for a fresh graduate, we look for knowledge and attitude. And when he gains some experience, we look for knowledge as well as the functional skills which are required to execute a job. But then when we look for guys for the top level, say GM level, we don't look for knowledge. We don't look for the functional skills. We look for only the personal traits which these guys has, and these personal traits are the attitudes. His operational excellence, his nurturing thing, his leadership skills. So these are all different types of people required at different levels. But the base of all this is the attitude. That's what I feel. And this attitude is not taught anywhere. No institute would teach how to have a right kind of attitude. Industrial visits of the students. We welcome our students. I mean, there are a lot of students coming every year to our industry. Their attitude is कि हमको सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए, हमको जाना है. ये स्टूडेंट्स का एटीट्यूड है. पाटिल साहब ने मेंशन किया था कि it is not only students but the teachers should also come to the companies. It is absolutely true. I mean, it is not one way answer. It is, you have to nurture students, you have to nurture your teachers, you have to nurture the society as well.
Attitude and additional word aptitude. A third wheel can also rise. And for that also once again the burden comes on the parent and the teacher. If I have an attitude and aptitude for a particular nature, for a particular area, I'll learn myself. I'll train the others after learning from them. So that itself is a teaching. He had the skill in some area. He had the attitude and aptitude to work in some. People, Bill Gates failed in 10th class, 8th class. He is a godfather of the world. So let's not say they are uneducated. They are educated, really educated. B.Techs are uneducated once they don't know what they are expected to do, what skills should be known to them. That is what's happening in the Western world. After 10th class, in the last 3 or 4 years, based on the attitude and the aptitude of the child, the teachers recommend it will be better for you. Finally, the person decides what you should do. And I still maintain the best thing under the basic circumstances in the state of India is that the big industries must pick and choose the case whom they fit. They have the attitude and aptitude for them, irrespective of their marks. Train them in their industry, I think they will be them so. That would help in India because we cannot nurture schools for each industry as it's happening in the Western world. Like every hospital has a medical college, big hospital. Same way, over every big industry has its own school of engineering.
Guidance and health note attitude need to be changed. Proper attitude should be there. But there are some factors which attributes attitude, honesty, hard work, sincerity, these things, and negativity of it. So variables and invariables are there. Directly attitude cannot be formed. It is the resultant force. R square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Many forces are there, acting in many directions. Accordingly, resultant force is formed. Initially, direction and magnitude of the resultant force is not understood. It is calculated on the basis of the various types of force. Similarly, attitude can be decided. Honest person will may work sincerely, may go for hard working, and accordingly attitude will be formed. So it is not one day or time-bound program. It is a continuous process. But if we see a student, a particular person, the attitude at the age of 10-15, some part of attitude remains at the age of 50, some remains at the age of 70. Why is it so? Because it is the resultant force at the age of 10-15, maybe reduce or increase at the age of 50, same is there at the age of 70. So it is there which can be understood that particular person's attitude is like this. So regarding attitude, it is the resultant of many factors. This I wanted to tell.